morning in the headlines, Governor Wifuru inaugurates 15-man economic team to revamp Ebonyi economy. Nigerian army denies allegation of offering monetary support to criminal gangs in the country. Syrian former leader faces war crimes for killing journalists. Good morning, thank you for joining us on the news. My name is Ambaka Isuju. In a bold move for economic emancipation of the state, Governor Francis Wifuru has inaugurated a 15-man state economic committee to holistically map out strategies that would guide the state in building a strong economy to facilitate its journey towards economic prosperity. The inauguration, which took place at the Governor's Conference Room of Trudeau Centenary City at Abakaliki, has the former Minister of Power and Energy, Professor Bath Naji, as chairman, and the State Attorney General and Commissioner for Justice, Dr. Ben Odu, as secretary. The report.
Governor Wifuru, who described their appointments as a call to service, enjoined them to align their initiatives with the People's Charter of Needs mantra of his administration, called on them to work out modalities for a seamless completion of 300 kVA power project of federal government at Okboshi-Umogara in Ezanot local government area, so as to build a sustainable power supply that would not only power the state's industrial city at Ezangwo, but also facilitate full industrialization of the state. He enjoined them to prioritize full reactivation of Niger-Sem, Nkalago, establishment of new cement industry in the state, and establishment of functional salt factory that will depict the state slogan, Salt of the Nation.
We need to create a platform to provide enabling environment and to show to the world that when you come to Ebonyi, the ease of doing business is there. And we have one industry that is also attacking us and is draining us every day. That is Niger-Sem. And we want Niger-Sem to work, because what Ebonyi people need from this committee is for the Niger-Sem to work. Again, we need to establish another cement factory immediately. 2, we have issue of our solid mineral management, and we have a lot of solid mineral deposits in Ebonyi. Now, we are being called salt of the nation. Unfortunately, we don't have even a place we are producing salt. Again, sir, we have issue with power. And it's good. The chairman was Honorable Minister of Power, Federal Republic of Nigeria. He knows this story very well. Ebonyi is the only state in the whole federation that does not have the minimum energy requirement. This economic team has the technical requirement to look at everything holistically, comprehensively, and see if Ebonyi state government suck this amount of money, billions of naira in this, what is the benefit tomorrow? Because we want to leave a legacy that people will be proud of. And every legacy that the government is going to leave now is also your legacy, because you are the one that is starting it as the economic team of the state.
The former Minister of Power and Energy and Chairman of the committee, Professor Bath Naji, commended Governor Wifuru for his insightful thought for the economic development of the state and assured of their readiness to deliver on their core mandate.
There was a time, a group, actually we have an organization called Southeast Region Economic Development Corporation, and that organization brought some people from South Africa to come and help us with a blueprint of the Southeast region. They toured the various states. Some of you may even know about that work. And so that blueprint, there was a lot done about Ebonyi State. So some of the solid minerals, various things, niche areas where the state can harness have already been done. So we're going to benefit from that already. So Your Excellency, I don't want to stretch us, but I want to just tell you that on behalf of my colleagues, we are very happy to take on this responsibility and do as you have instructed and ensure that the state is unveiled.
The 15-man committee was drawn among renowned industrialists from within and outside the state. Osondo Nguta, Salt TV News.
A Senate Deputy Chief Whip and the Senator representing Ebonyi North Zone Chief Onyekachimo Ebonyi has promised to construct Nodo, Biribiri and Okenushe roads as well as the bridge in the Ebonyi government area for accessibility purposes.
Senator Onyeka Ebonyi said after the construction of Nodo, Piripiri and Oterufe roads and bridges, he would install street lights on the roads to illuminate the area.
The senator is complementing the effort of the governor by doing smaller projects like the feeder roads and bridges and other things I'm going to do. And I want to tell you, what you have seen is just the tip of the iceberg. Whatever I do in Mbeki Sheke, I will do it in Nkaleke.
The Senate Deputy Chief Whip informed Nkaleke Echara youths that he has given approval for the automatic scholarship to 30 students from the community and donation of 5 minibuses to the youths. The federal lawmaker vowed to initiate Nkaleke Echara Day as an avenue to massively empower the youths and the underprivileged to justify his successful foundation journey in the community, and urged the youths of the area to continue to support the administration of Governor Francis Nwifuru, who has shown transparency and accountability in the leadership of the state.
I cannot tell my history without remembering Nkaleke Echara community. What you mentioned, I already have them in mind. Like the issue of scholarship, I will tackle that headlong.
The national president of Nkaleke Echara Youth Organization, Mr. Okon Aligwe, commended the senator for his effective and efficient representation at the National Assembly, which has culminated in his good education programs, roads, agriculture and empowerment, among others.
We don't want to collapse as Nkaleke youth. And the only thing you will do for us not to collapse, we go to boss.
Mr. Aligwe described the senator as a man with the heart of gold for making the people of Ebonyi North feel the impact of democracy dividends.
Governor Francis Nwifuru has lauded other people for preserving their rich cultural identity and heritage devoid of acts inimical to human existence. Governor Nwifuru made this known during the 2025 maiden edition of the EKG Eda Ebonyi Festival at the Nguzu Primary School, Nguzu Eda.
The governor, represented by the Speaker, Ebonyi State House of Assembly, Chief Moses Odunwa, commended other people for being industrious, educated, peace-loving, and hospitable, as well as supportive to his administration. Governor Francis Nwifuru, who promised to proffer a lasting solution to the crisis that erupted between Oseda and Amasri communities, urged them to embrace peace to reap more benefits from his administration, and pledged to construct more feeder routes in other land, and donated 10 million naira to support the event.
On behalf of His Excellency the Governor of Ebonyi State, congratulate other people for recognizing this tradition. Continue to move on in peace, continue to work in peace, continue to be together, because this is very rare to organize this cultural event.
The chairman of the occasion, Senator Sonny Ogboji, the chairman of Progressives Congress, APC Ebonyi State, Chief Stanley Okoremega, and the chairman of the local government, Prince Chima Ekmankama, said they were overwhelmed with joy because of the first time all the other clan gathered together to celebrate Ikejeda Festival, appealed to state government to beef up security in the area to forestall destruction of property and killing of innocent souls, and appreciated Governor Francis Nwifuru for approving the construction of roads in the vicinity.
Our calendar, which is our January, begins with It means a lot to us.
But this time around, we decided to bring everybody, all the communities together.
I know my governor that I know too well, who is seasoned. Hence the need for I to appeal that there is need for us to have at least
the traditional ruler of Ebunwana community, Eze Charles Azenya, the chief whip of Ebonyi State House of Assembly, Chief Nkemuka Okoro, Dr. Onoha Nnachi, and a member of Central Planning Committee, Chief Simon Igwiro, said the maiden edition of the Ikeji Eda Festival brought together the 11 communities that make up Eda clan, and described the event as a celebration of peace, love, and unity amongst the people, and expressed hope of sustaining it.
All the traditional rulers are happy for this event from our children. We long expected it, but it was realized this year.
By next time around, it will not be history that this is the culture of the people.
We need to bring all the president generals together and also pay attention to the various August meetings of the women and see how all this celebration can happen within a week.
It has come to stay. We don't need to legislate on it. Our people have spoken, and so shall it be.
The event, which featured lectures, cultural dance, elewelensi, and climaxed with ikunri, attracted people from all walks of life. Charles Agada, Salt TV News.
Beautiful display of culture and colors right there. Let's take a break now. When we return, we'll have more stories for you. Please stay. The Chief of Defense Operations, Major General Emeka Onamajoro, said that the Nigerian Armed Forces do not support financial payments to bandits terrorizing different states across the country. Onamajoro said that experience had shown that such an action does not work.
The Chief of Defense Operations explained that rather than pay bandits and armed forces, the Army has a national DDR program anchored around Operation Safe Corridor, Gombe State and Zamfara State for the Northeast and Northwest regions respectively. The essence of the national framework is for bandits who clearly want another route to living criminality. A former governor of Kaduna State, Nasir El-Rufai, had on Sunday accused the government of empowering bandits by paying them a monthly allowance, sending food to them in the name of non-kinetic, describing it as a kiss the bandit policy. He faulted what he described as a policy that rehabilitates bandits rather than making them answer for their crimes, saying that it was responsible for the lingering insecurity problems in the country. In a statement by the ONSA on Monday, he described the allegation as baseless, adding that ONSA did not coordinate a policy of payments and incentives to bandits.
Former Vice President Atiku Abubakar has accused President Bola Tinubu's administration of abandoning the North Central region to a wave of killings. In a statement shared on his official X account, Atiku claimed insecurity has worsened across North Central states as evidence that the federal government fails to protect its citizens.
He said the resurgence of killings in the North Central shows clearly that the administration has abandoned the region to bloodshed. Kwara, once safe, is now a hotspot of bandits and kidnap attacks. Niger State has seen militants attack in military bases, murder soldiers, and even massacre worshippers in a mosque. Plateau and Benue have continued to bury their dead. Atiku said that by May of this year, over 10,000 lives had been lost in northern states, with Benue allegedly accounting for more than half of those deaths, and warned that mass killings have continued on a weekly basis since then. He described the situation as a monumental failure in the basic duty of securing lives and property.
Lawyers on Tuesday said that French judicial authorities have issued arrest warrants for ousted Syrian President Bashar al-Assad and 6 other top formal officials over the bombardment of a rebel-held city in 2012 that killed 2 journalists. Marie Colvin, 56, an American working for the Sunday Times of Britain, and French photographer Remy Oclick, 28, were killed on February 22nd, 2012. By the explosion in the eastern city of Homs, which is being investigated by the French judiciary as a potential crime against humanity as well as a war crime.
British photographer Paul Conroy, French reporter Edith Bovia, and Syrian translator Will Omar were rounded in the attack on the informal press center where they had been working. Assad escaped with his family to Russia after being ousted by Islamist rebels at the end of 2024, although his precise whereabouts have not been confirmed. Other than Assad, the warrants notably target his brother, Maher al-Assad, who was the de facto head of the 4th Syrian Armored Division at the time, Intelligence Chief al-Mamuk, and the then Army Chief of Staff, al-Ayyub. The issuing of the 7 arrest warrants is a decisive step that paves the way for a trial in France for war crimes and crimes against humanity committed by Bashar al-Assad's regime.
A French investigating judge has ordered cinema icon Gerard Depardieu to stand trial on charges of raping and sexually assaulting actor Charlotte Arnaud in 2018. The decision came after a Paris court handed Depardieu an 18-month suspended sentence in a separate case in May, after convicting him of sexually assaulting 2 women on a film set in 2021.
The conviction and a slew of other allegations that have built up in recent years have irrevocably tarnished the reputation of a man seen as the colossus of French cinema for the past half-century. Depardieu has denied the charges of raping and sexually assaulting Arnaud, saying his relationship with her was consensual. French actor Gerard Depardieu arrived for his trial, in which he is charged with sexually assaulting 2 women during a film shoot in 2021 at Paris Criminal Court in the Tribunal de Paris courthouse on March 26, 2025. The case was initially dismissed for insufficient evidence, but Arnaud filed a complaint as a civil party, which led to the opening of a judicial investigation in the summer of 2020. Depardieu denied the allegations in a 2023 letter to French daily Le Figaro, writing, "Never ever have I abused a woman."
So wrap it up on the news, let's take another look at our major stories. In what has been targeted a bold move for economic emancipation of the state, Governor Francis Nwifuru inaugurated a 15-man state economic committee with the duties to map out strategies that would guide the state in building a strong economy to facilitate its journey towards economic prosperity. Chief of Defense Operations Major General Emeka of Nigeria said that the Nigerian Armed Forces do not support financial payments to bandits terrorizing different states across the country. That was in response to the allegations made by El-Rufai. Lawyers on Tuesday said that French judicial authorities have issued arrest warrants for ousted Syrian President Bashar al-Assad and 6 other top former officers over the bombardment of a rebel-held city in 2012 that killed 2 journalists. That's the news. Many thanks for watching. My name is Amaka Yuzuchu.